Good afternoon once again, ladies and gents, and what a time it is to be a Pompey fan. We've got you covered this afternoon for Charlton Athletic's visit to Fortress Fratton. Pompey will look to make it 4 League One wins on the trot as two of the division's top sides at the moment, the two of the division's in-form sides as well, go head-to-head from 3 p.m. right here on Fournilwrittenalloverit. Right, a very good afternoon to everyone who's already in the stream. Happy Saturday, says Lee. Happy Saturday, mate. Hope you're well. Come on, Charlton. Hello to Matty. Welcome to the stream, mate. Joining us on Facebook this afternoon. Jaden's gone early doors for a 4-0 Pompey win. Pompey now going for a 1-0 Pompey. Up the boys, says Harvey. Ollie Clarkson. Good afternoon, mate. Welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Aaron's in as well. Welcome along, mate. Hope you are well too. Boys and girls, get your likes on the stream. There's already 42 of you who join us across YouTube and Facebook. Hope we're all good. Good afternoon to Rebecca. I've been waiting since 2:30. Rebecca, you are completely on it, aren't you? That is very much appreciated. And thank you for sticking around and waiting for me. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Hello to Pete and Stan. Hello, right back at you guys. Welcome along to the stream. PFC Josh is going for a 2-0 Pompey win. I know, we're all aware. We did miss a 4-0 in the week. My apologies. That was my bad. Kevin on Facebook said, good afternoon, Tom. Can I have a shout out or a minute silence in respect of Basher Benfield? Yep, as soon as the I think what we'll do is we'll twin it with the Poppy Appeal minute that will happen at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I will remain silent and we'll pay a moment of respect to Basher, and as well, I assume it'd be Nobby Styles will be included in that one as well, and then Sean Connery as well. We've lost an awful lot of great people this week, so yeah, incredibly sad. Thoughts go out to all the families and friends affected by each of the individual losses. But yeah, of course, we will be doing a minute's silence before the game. Indochina has gone for a 2-1 Pompey win. Good afternoon to Matty Stallard, who's gone for 4-1. Hello, mate. How are you? Welcome along. Hope you win today from Bristol City fan. Thank you very much. How's your game going, by the way? I believe you're kicked off earlier, I think it was. So hello to Michael from a cold and wet Bulgaria, getting dark as well. Michael, it's a beautiful sunny afternoon on the south coast at the moment. We've had an awful lot of rain today already, but nonetheless, the sun is out and the sun will be setting rather shortly. So we're going to make the most of the sunshine while it's here. Haz is saying 3-2 Pompey at the Blues. Rip to Bobby Ball and Rip Basher. Hope you're going. Hello, I'm going 1-2 Charlton. There we go. That's the first result, or sorry, first score prediction I've seen of the afternoon. That will go in Charlton's favour. Boys and girls, get your likes on the stream. If you're brand new to the channel, you never see me on your screen before, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That'll be much appreciated. We are, as you can see, it will pop up on the little banner underneath in a minute. But we're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. If you get us there a little bit quicker than we're projected to, then that'll be much appreciated. And yeah, I will be bringing you probably arguably Pompey's biggest game of the season so far this afternoon in just over 10 minutes time. Let's have a look at the team lineups for you this afternoon, starting with, let's start with the visitors. Actually, let's go for the Charlton lineup. So in goal, Ben Amos, 22, Ian Marston, number 5, Akin Famewo, number 16, Adam Matthews, number 2, Chris Gunter, number 12, Andrew Shiny, number 15, Darren Pratley, number 7, Jonathan Williams, number 8, Jake Foster-Caskey, number 14, and their top goal scorer so far this season, Connor Washington, and number 17, ex-Pompey man, Omar Bogle. Yeah, dangerous team, Charlton. Very dangerous team. Got a lot of attacking quality going forward, and they recruit really well as well. Hopefully, we will have Ollie on very shortly. He'll be able to discuss it in a bit more detail. He's very close with a couple of Charlton fans, so they might be able to give us a little bit of an insight. Let's have a look at the Pompey lineup for you. Starting in goal with number 1, Craig McGilvery. It's a completely unchanged side this afternoon. Callum Johnson, Jack Watmore, Sean Raggett, and Lee Brown make up the back four. And then 4-4-2. So Ryan Williams, Tom Naylor, Andy Cannon, and Ronan Curtis, all behind the front two of John Marquis and Marcus Harness. Right. That is the team lineups. Hopefully you're all happy with those. Never change a winning team, as we always say. So, yep, no issues there. Charles has gone for a 3-1 Pompey, as has Neil. Good afternoon to Dario. Again, he's back in the stream. I'd imagine the entire Dario's family and friends are all watching as well. So a very good afternoon. Buenos tardes to Argentina. Hope you're all well. Katie's gone for 3-1 Blues. Harvey Ashdown saying 3-1 Pompey. Aaron saying 3-2. Apparently, Charlton's best players are injured, which is great for us. Let's get another big win. Absolutely. Good luck today. Thank you very much, mate. Good luck to you too. Sean's going for a 0-0. Got a tenner on it. There we go. Sorry. My apologies. I know exactly what you're talking about there. Lisa, not as dangerous as Pompey. Yes, so at the minute, we're looking pretty good, aren't we? As I said, as soon as the show opened, I said at the top of the show that it's a great time to be a Pompey fan, isn't it? I don't think you really want to be supporting any other team in the world right now. Absolutely loving it at the minute. As long as results can continue in this way, then I'm sure we'll be loving it for an awful lot longer. But obviously, a week is a long time in football. We could round it off with a big win this afternoon, and that would make it a big month as well for October. Really, a really, really positive month for us. As Dirk has said, hoping to end October with a win. Play at Pompey. Again, from Malta. What do you think of Bogle playing for them? I think he'll score today, but a 3-1 Pompey win. He never really got going, did he, Omar Bogle, for us? So I'd be interested to see how he plays today. Hawula is on the bench again. Hopefully we get to see a little bit of him. Hello to Lydia. Welcome along. Yeah, you can't quite see it because we're not in 1080p or 4K, but I have sort of shaved and started again. So it's coming back ever so slowly, Michael. But thanks for pointing it out, mate. Showing about COVID, great away day, Pompey. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's a great place to come, and the Valley arguably is a really good place to go as well. So massively upset that we haven't been able to do that this afternoon. 2 4-4-2s, yep, and 2 informed sides, 2 of the best squads in League One. It's going to be a really interesting one, isn't it? So there we go. Jacket out at the end of the season, whether we get promoted or not, says Indochina James. Adam Muscat, good afternoon, mate. Welcome along to the stream. As the same to Scott. Good morning. It's 14:53 at the moment, Scott, but I get the point with the good morning thing. Haven't been saying that for an awful long time. Fancy miss being on YouTube. Yeah, we're all aware. Thank you for that. Thanks for rubbing it in. But yeah, it was a busy week for me this week. But sadly, the one time I don't stream, we win 4-0. But there we go. Good afternoon to Ben. Welcome along. Richard's going for a Curtis double header. That'd be lovely. And Ollie Clark is thinking a 2-1 Pompey. Boys and girls, if you haven't liked the stream already, please make sure you do so as well. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below as well. We've got a big one to bring you this afternoon. It's a really, really big game. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what both sides have to offer this afternoon. Missed you on Wednesday, but the boys got it right. Yep, absolutely, mate. Hello to Matty. You're a Liverpool fan. Good luck for the game tonight. I believe it's West Ham you're playing at 5:30 this evening, so I'll be watching that one. Anybody else doing the jacket? Okie dokie. In, out. Yeah, well, at the minute, it's been very much in, hasn't it? So there we go. I'm not sure. I haven't heard an awful lot in terms of the jacket out parade recently. However, that's to be expected, isn't it? Because at the minute, Pompey are doing really well and we're on a real upward trajectory, which is not the easiest word to say, but it describes it quite well at the moment. So there we go. Adam is in. He's going for a Sean Raggett bicycle kick incoming. Adam, if we saw that, mate, that would be serious scenes. To be honest, it would be serious scenes. I hope you saw the Wolves badge on the stream last night, mate. That was courtesy of you. So thank you very much again for that. Oakley's gone for a 4-0 written all over it win. Oakley, if we could make that a second successive game. I think Harry's gone for that as well, which is incredible. So thank you very much for that. Just to give you an update, in the 90th minute, Lyndon Gooch has scored Charlton's second goal of the afternoon. Chris Maguire with a penalty on 84 minutes. Gillingham were down to 10 men. McDonald sent off on 61 minutes. 2-1 Pompey, says Ben. Good afternoon to Philip. He's gone for a 3-1 Pompey. Mark Chris to score. Good afternoon from sunny Spain, Bob Watson. Hope you're well, mate. Whereabouts in Spain are you watching us from this afternoon, Bob? Let us know. Thanks for joining the stream. Thoughts on the lineup? Rasmus needs to play, but why change a winning team? Yep. So we very quickly had a look at the lineup a couple of moments ago. We'll do the same thing. But yeah, it would be nice to see Rasmus on the team sheet at some point soon. As I say that, the teams are out on the pitch. I'm going to very quickly get that volume up there so I can hear what's going on. Sean Raggett has actually been decent going forward recently, winning lots of headers in the box. Yeah, he's been all right, actually. He's defensively, he's looking okay. Had a really good game against Sunderland. Best game I've seen Sean Raggett play in a Pompey shirt last weekend. So there we go. Ian's coming in from the Algarve, 2-1 Pompey. Ian, I went on a stag do in Albufeira a couple of years ago, mate, and it was unbelievable fun. So if you're anywhere near there, it was the Pine Springs Resort in... Ogalos de Ora, I think it was called in Albufeira. So yeah, that was big. So I love Portugal, brilliant place. Bob from Granada, yep, cool. Thanks for joining us, Bob. Chris and Alla checking in from Italy, 17 degrees, sunny. Yep, I would probably say it's probably about the same here, a little bit cooler than 17 perhaps. But we have got the sunshine on our side as we do at sunny Fratton Park. So there we go. Play at Pompey. Great stream as always. Thank you very much indeed, mate. The referee standing in the centre circle. We are going to have a minute silence. Sunny Spain. Envious. 20 Fahrenheit. More snow on the way. I believe William joining us from America this afternoon. So brilliant to have you with us. Ian Swan is from Lagos. Welcome along to... Well, I don't know if you're from Lagos, but you're in Lagos. So welcome along to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. And I'm just going to very quickly pause while we have a little listen to what's being played out across the speakers at Fratton Park. They're currently pausing for a minute's silence. So it is the first game. Well, it's the last game before the Remembrance Sunday commemorations happen this weekend. As the referee will blow his whistle and we will pause for just a moment. John Wood has said, got plenty of Charlton mates, so hopefully it goes well for Pompey today, as it really should do. Don't underestimate Charlton, no, absolutely. Score prediction, we're going to go for a 3-1 Pompey win. Would be lovely if it was a 4-0, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to pause just for a moment, just while the last post is playing, and we'll be back in just a moment. Excellent stuff. Radlad has gone for a Crew Ipswich prediction. If you just joined the stream, I was just taking a moment just to pause whilst the Pompey players stand around the centre circle and take a moment to think about those that sacrifice their lives for our future, as we do at this time of the year, and as we always should do, but especially around the time of the Poppy appeal. So there we go. Sunderland have just won. Yeah, big 2-0 win for them. Crew versus Ipswich position, personally 3-2 to Alex. I like that. He won't be streaming the game this afternoon, boys and girls. He is extremely busy. He's got a big weekend on the go. So you're stuck with me, unfortunately, for the Pompey game. But we are here, and the whistle has gone. The referee has blown, and Pompey will go and have a little huddle. Brilliantly observed. Always when we have a minute silence at Fratton Park, it's always fantastically observed. And that was no different at all. Good afternoon to everyone who joins the stream this afternoon across YouTube and Facebook. Currently, we've got 19 of you on Facebook, 66 of you join us on YouTube, so a combined total of 83 viewers, which is fantastic. If we could get the stream up to around 100 likes this afternoon, that would be much appreciated. We'll keep bringing you the Fournilwrittenalloverit live streams as they come, as games are coming thick and fast at this moment in time. So we'll keep you up to date with all of the action this afternoon from Fratton Park. I will also try and tell you a little bit about what's going on elsewhere around the grounds in League One, as well as in the Premier League. I believe there's only 1500. That sounded really ancient, didn't it? 3 o'clock kickoff this afternoon in the Premier League. I was live last night for the Wolves Crystal Palace game. That was an emphatic win for Wolves. RM, enjoyed the Premier League stream. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much for that. Wolves stream was good. We had a lot of viewers joined us sort of right towards the end. But yeah, I really enjoyed streaming the Wolves game. So if you were watching, then thank you very much for joining me. And if you enjoyed it, then that's excellent as well. So there we go. Interesting ones coming in. You reckon we should put out a full strength stream against Ipswich? Yes, I think so. I think it must be kind of, it must be a big game. It is a big game for us, and it is a game that we must field a good team. And we want to win and progress in the FA Cup, because obviously it's the biggest domestic competition in this country, isn't it? And it would be a shame to go out to League One opposition in the first round. So Kenny Jackett always says he looks forward to the FA Cup game, so hopefully he does field a strong side. The first goal of the afternoon has gone in the game between Fleetwood Town and Oxford United. It's Fleetwood Town who've opened the scoring. Callum Camps with the goal in the opening minute or so. So there we go. Must be closer to the broadcasting post, absolutely. We are underway. Omar Bogle charging down this near side. He finds Connor Washington. Early pressure in from Charlton. Ball goes in. Andy Cannon's there to deal with it. And that's away as far as the Pompey near touchline. And it is a Pompey throw-in that Ryan Williams runs down, picks up the ball, decides otherwise, and leaves the ball for the centre-back. Leaves the ball for Callum Johnson, who will throw it in. Receives it back off Marcus Harness. He turns, finds Jack Watmore behind him. And he's found Sean Raggett deep inside Pompey territory. And I'm just going to quickly switch over my glasses of water. I think there's an offside early doors for John Marquis, who's got his first little attack underway. That one was called quite early by the linesman on this near side. It is still 0-0. Yes, I did see the Northampton game. My phone went absolutely mental for that game. So, yeah, I did see that. And brilliant win. Brilliant win. And I'm so pleased that we managed to get that win. Interestingly, the Charlton keeper, Ben Amos, is wearing a cap. So there we go. He's haven't seen a keeper wear a cap for quite some time. Tom Naylor with the ball across the pitch, finds Callum Johnson inside of the Pompey penalty area. Ryan Williams is on halfway on this right-hand side, twisting and turning, looks for Ronan Curtis. He finds him. He's won it back, and Pompey will drive up the right flank. Ryan Williams is on Curtis's right. He chooses that option. Lee Brown back to Williams on the edge of the box, looks to thread a ball through, but it's not quite worked, and Charlton will get that one away. Yeah, absolutely. The return of Bogle. He's back at Fratton Park. Thanks, Nige. Much appreciated, mate. Joshua Dover said, come on. Pompey. Andy Cannon now fires the ball longwards in the direction of Callum Johnson. It's a little bit too much on that for him. Good idea. He was looking for him, and it'll be a Charlton Athletic throw-in. Welcome along to the stream, everyone. Hope you're well. If you haven't yet liked the stream, please do consider doing so. We're on 47 likes at the minute. If we could get that anywhere near 100 this afternoon, that'd be much appreciated. If you're on Facebook as well, please leave the stream a like, and make sure you like the page as well, because that does really help us. 4 minutes into this one, and Charlton have a bit of the ball. Marson will clear forward, but that's dispossessed by Cannon. Looks to the right. Williams takes a touch to Johnson. It's down on this near touchline, and the ball is out. For a Pompey throw that Callum Johnson will take again. Ball goes into Andy Cannon. That'll be a Pompey throw-in. He returned for as in coming back to Fratton Park for Charlton. Yeah, he definitely plays for Charlton. Harness, edge of the penalty area. Curtis looking to break a way through that final line of defence, but Marston has done well. Oh, Marquis, the goalkeeper, came out, and Harness with a big chance. Curtis should have converted there. It was screaming out for him just to put his foot through it. He did do, but it's straight over the crossbar. It's a little bit of a mistake there, actually. Harness has done really well to nick it off out of the goalkeeper's grasp. And Curtis is literally looking at an open goal 10 yards out from the goal line. Oh, my word. That's a terrible miss. And that's early doors. He couldn't quite just get the connection right on that one, Ronan Curtis. And it will be a Ben Amos goal kick. He's already saved a penalty so far this season, Ben Amos. So there we go. Andy Cannon's done well to win that ball back. Finds it down the line. That's only far as Marston. Coventry, what am I talking about? Charlton, sorry, find a little bit of space on that far side. This is Adam Matthews. Heads the ball forward into Omar Bogle inside the Pompey penalty area. There's a little bit of danger here, but Tom Naylor's done well to cut that out. He's actually gone down for a foul there, and Omar Bogle was not happy, but it is a free kick for Pompey. Good afternoon, Harry. Love Pompey so much they'll win today. Play at Pompey, we are going up. 2-1 Charlton says Callum. Barnsley is, I think Barnsley are winning 1-0. So there we go. Cambridge United are also a goal up against Crawley. Birmingham City are 1-0 up for their game against Preston. Riley McGree with the goal on 2 minutes there. Martson, young 18-year-old, looking bright so far for Charlton down this near side. Throw-in goes in. It's a long one to Omar Bogle. He finds Andrew Shinnie. Shinnie or Shiny? Charlton fans, let me know. Here they come. They're finding a little bit of space on that far side, Charlton. Here's Connor Washington on that near side. That one's dealt with by Curtis, and that'll be a Charlton throw-in on the far side where the north stand is. Good afternoon to everyone who joins us across YouTube and Facebook. If you have just joined the stream, you haven't yet left it a like, please do consider doing so. We're heading towards the 100 like mark. If you could get that done for me, that'd be much appreciated. I'm hoping to be joined by some guests this afternoon as well, as we get a little bit of opinion in. If you'd like to join me at halftime as well, I will be putting the link into the StreamYard comments. You can come and join me, have a chat about the football. By all means, ask us any questions that you might have, and we can chat all things football, all things Pompey. You join us from halftime. Williams on the right-hand side. Referee, the correct pronouncing is Shiniesta. Thanks for that, mate. Make sure I won't get it wrong next time. Ryan Williams has won a free kick on this near side, courtesy of Ian Marston. Pompey in this final third. Almost 8 minutes has been played now in this one so far. Lee Brown is just sizing this one up. It'll be quite wet and greasy out there this afternoon, so the groundsmen have done really well to make sure the surface is playable, and they've done that brilliantly. And the pitch is looking fantastic. Lee Brown will be a left-footed in-swinger. Steps up, 3-yard run-up. Ball goes into the far post. Finds Jack Watmore. Watmore's going to dig the ball back towards Cannon. There's too much of a weak ball back towards him, actually. And it's Shinnie who will bring it away. Omar Bogle on the touchline. But he fires a ball, and it's too much beyond everyone else, and that will go out for a Craig McGilvery goal kick. 70 of you join us on YouTube. If you haven't yet liked the stream, please make sure you do so. That'd be much appreciated. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I should say this, but there are some people that will be watching that haven't subscribed. Make sure you do so. It really does help the channel out. And yeah, we will keep you up to date with all the Pompey games and the goals as they go in across the country this afternoon. I'm more than happy to do that for you. Marcus Hahn is looking to get the ball off of the Charlton defence there, but he's failed to do so. And they are still in contention here. 9 minutes has been played. Ball forward to Washington. A little bit of pace on the way that Pompey, that Charlton are playing at this moment in time. Back in field to Cannon. He will now charge over halfway. He finds Ryan Williams. Williams 30 yards out from goal, reaches the penalty area, and the ball is deflected behind. Good defending from Marston. And that will be the first Pompey corner of the game. Just 10 minutes into this one, it is still 0-0. Hope you're well, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This could round off a big October for Pompey if they can make it pay today, if they can get all 3 points, which obviously we're on the way to. Still a long way to go, but we are 10 minutes in. Pompey have started brightly, as have Charlton. You can see that these are the two teams in form in the league at this moment in time. Lee Brown's left-footed in-swinger. Ball goes in. It's not a bad delivery, and it's a Charlton head that gets it away. And that'll trickle out on that far side by the north stand. And that'll be a Pompey throw-in that Lee Brown will make his way all the way across the pitch in order to retrieve that ball and throw it in. It's a long old jog for Lee Brown to make, but he's done so, and he's ready to go. He's picked up the ball in front of the advertising banners on that far side. Bristol Rovers are 1-0 up against Rochdale. Andy Cannon looks to twist and turn and tries to get a ball in, beating his man on that far side, Adam Matthews. He can't do so, but that ball is deflected off Matthews, and that will be a throw-in for Pompey. We just pause for a little bit of breath in this opening 11 minutes. Matthews did stick to Cannon really well and stopped him from getting any space in order to put a cross in. Sam Nicholson with the goal, for Bristol Rovers. At Fratton Park, Williams is rolled the ball over to Callum Johnson, who puts the ball in first time, is too much on it, over everyone's head, and that will be a goal kick that the Charlton keeper Ben Amos will take. Still goalless here at Fratton Park. Elsewhere, Barnsley are 1-0 up. Oh, before I say that, Tom Naylor's done well. It's Cannon, Curtis. Gunter's got a vital leg in, on that one. Pompey have let Charlton off the hook. High pressing from Pompey. That's now 2 opportunities where they've kind of getting really good at nicking the ball off the back of Charlton mistakes. We did that against Sunderland last weekend, just catching them out, which is good to see. Got to make more of the opportunities, though. Cheltenham Town are 1-0 up in their game against Forest Green. Will Boyle with the goal on 11 minutes there. And Leyton Orient are 1-0 up against Bolton Wanderers. Danny Johnson with the goal. Here comes Naylor. John Marquis edge of the penalty area, and he just didn't do enough to keep the possession there. His first touch was dreadful. Second touch was non-existent. And here comes Cannon. Goes flying in. Wins the ball from the challenge. AFC Wimbledon are 1-0 up against MK Dons. There's a foul committed by Harness, spotted by the lino on this near side. It's a tug of the shirt, and Cannon did really well to get that challenge in on Jonathan Williams. But I was going to say, the assistant referee on this near side thought that Harness was pulling the shirt of the Charlton defender. I actually saw it the other way around. I thought it was more of a foul on Marcus Harness. But obviously that's the way we see the game. And referee's blown up again for a foul committed this time by Andy Cannon on Connor Washington. I keep wanting to call him George Washington, but Connor Washington, who is Charlton's top goal scorer at this moment in time, with 3 goals so far in their League One campaign this season. 93 if you join us across YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't yet liked the stream yet, please make sure you do so. We're aiming for 100 likes on the stream this afternoon. If we could do that, that'd be much appreciated. Please make sure you like the stream on Facebook as well. That means an awful lot. And I believe there has been a goal at the Vitality Stadium. Has there or hasn't there? Yes, there has been. It's a Derby set piece that's led to the goal. It's the number 4. He stabbed it home for Derby. They are 1-0 up in the opening 10 minutes or so of that game. Sean said a very even game so far. Many to dig deep today for victory. Yeah, absolutely. Sunderland 2, Gillingham 0. Away the lads. Good to see you back to winning ways, mate, after a dreadful weekend last weekend for you. Adam said, just want to say that so far Callum Johnson has been such a smart, really good signing, actually, Adam. That's a very good point there, mate. He's the ever-present, isn't he, down this near side? He's doing really well for us at the moment. So, long may that continue. Shinnie has put a ball through and has the lino signalled for an offside there. No, he hasn't. I think the referee was waiting for his colleague to tell him otherwise, but he hasn't done so. Jonathan Williams fires a ball across, but Curtis is there waiting for that one. Plays a clever ball back to Lee Brown, who will sweep it away up Fratton Park and will look for a colleague of his to get the ball to next. It's Graham Shinnie with the goal for Derby County in the opening 14 minutes. Northampton are 1-0 up against Wigan. Ryan Watson with the goal there. As I say that, a ball is threaded through, trying to get a ball through to Connor Washington, but McGilvery came out, a combination of Sean Raggett and Craig McGilvery, making sure that one did not pose any more threat than it was already for Pompey. Andy Cannon's given another free kick away. It looked like a soft one by the referee. We are 15 minutes into this one now. It is 0-0 at the moment. You are watching a Fournilwrittenalloverit live stream, as we always do for the Pompey games at the minute. Obviously, missed one on Tuesday, but we are back for the foreseeable. We've got a big November coming your way. We've got a visit to Home Park, Plymouth Argyle. We've got Ipswich Town coming up. Next Tuesday, we'll make the trip to Lincoln City, which is a really big game for both teams, actually, at the top of the table clash, all being well this afternoon, if Pompey can keep winning ways. That is definitely one to be looking forward to. From what I've seen in the opening 16 minutes, Pompey have done really well. They've more than held their own against a good side at the minute, actually. Charlton, you can see the reason why they've had equally as good of a start to the season as us. And you would probably ask the question why they're not kind of even better off than they are at the minute. I mean, we had a really sluggish start, and by the looks of it, so did they. But they have managed to pick up recently. And as I said at the start of the stream, and I have been saying since we've been on air, that they are one of the informed sides in the division at this moment in time. They haven't lost for quite a few games now. So we're going to be looking to put a stop to that this afternoon. Ball came in from the Charlton number 16, Adam Matthews. It came off Curtis, then back off Matthews, and that will be a Craig McGilvery goal kick. So there we go. But he's done well there, Ronan Curtis, to get rid of that. Keane Lewis Potter has scored for Hull City in the 16th minute of that game. They are now 1-0 up for their game away to Swindon Town. Scott Fraser has scored for Milton Keynes Dons to equalise in their game at home to AFC Wimbledon as well. Yep. On Tuesday, mate, 4-0 against Northampton. So there we go. There is a free throw-in, on that far side that Charlton will take in a minute. Here is the number 16 on that far side, Adam Matthews. Ball's gone in. Did that come off a hand? Jack Watmore, big claims from the Charlton Athletic players. Referee's not interested. It's a free kick for Charlton Athletic. Harness has given away another free kick on halfway for Charlton Athletic. The referee's determined for that one to be taken exactly on the halfway line, and there'll be a little bit of a wait there. So there we go. We have got a straight off the stream. I will be heading on to BBC News to see what Mr. Johnson's got to say at 5 o'clock this evening. He'll be making a press conference to the nation alongside Professor Chris Whitty and Sir Patrick Vallance, likely to be announcing new and further lockdown restrictions for England. And I'm not. That's a horrible challenge from Darren Pratley. I'm not sure. That's got to be at least a yellow card there. He's marching around Pratley. There was a bit of intent there. That didn't look good. And the referee will try and hush the situation down a little bit. It might be just an initial warning. We're only 20 minutes in. But I'd love to know what the referee's saying to him. Probably something along the lines of, be careful. But there we go. No yellow card. He's not been booked for that challenge. I think it was a definite booking, referee. That's an absolutely shocking decision. The intent was there. Although he was sliding in with his hands like that, as if there was no intent, there was. And yeah, Guy Whittingham's just said that was at least a booking, and I have to agree on that one. QPR are 1-0 up against Cardiff. 50 minutes in, Chair with the goal for them. Referee blows his whistle for the game, for the football to restart. There are 102 of you. Join us across Facebook and YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, boys and girls, that'd be much appreciated. Also, make sure you like the stream. We're heading towards 70 likes. If we could get that up to 100 for the stream, that'd be much appreciated. Yeah, let's get the stream up to 100 likes, please. That'd be fantastic. There's goals that are continually going in around the grounds. Shrewsbury Town have come back from 1-0 down away to Peterborough United. They are now drawing 1-1 at this moment in time. Harness twisting and turning in the penalty area for Pompey. He fires a ball back across to Andy Cannon. It's back with Ronan Curtis, and Pompey have it on the left-hand side. Lee Brown looks to get a ball in. Cross is blocked by Matthews, and it'll be a Pompey throw-in on that far side. Blackpool are 1-0 up against Burton Albion. Cannon back to Brown. Will look to put a ball in. First time he's getting towards the dead ball line. He tries to get one across, and that was almost like there was a challenge from Jake Foster-Caskey, and it's a ball behind. And that'll be another corner for Pompey. Jerry Yates for the goal for Blackpool. Charlton obviously looking to bounce up to the Championship next season. From what I've seen so far, mate, they absolutely deserve it. I completely agree with the sentiment there. Absolutely. And they do look like a good side. Wigan Athletic are now 2-0 down at home to Northampton Town. Ball goes in deep, and the keeper almost spills it. He's been awarded a free kick for his troubles, and Sean Raggett was putting a little bit of pressure on him there. That will be a free kick there. It's not really going to make much difference to the keeper because everyone was kind of clearing the penalty area anyway, but he will have to take it from the ground this time. And Charlton will look to go for it once again. Sean Raggett was fouled there, according to the referee. Not quite sure what for, but he was nonetheless. And that will be a Pompey free kick inside their own territory. Hello to Finley's girlfriend, Shauna. Welcome to the stream if you're watching. Score prediction at this moment in time will go for I'm still going to stick with a 2-1 Pompey. Charlton look like a very good side and probably the toughest test that we've faced so far. Only just about halfway through this first half, but from what I've seen so far, they have looked like a very good side. As have we. We've started very well so far. Really happy with the way that things are going for Pompey at the moment. Curtis in the sunshine on the left-hand side. He's looking for fellow men in blue to find, and he has done. He's found Callum Johnson on this near side. It's a cross ball played across the pitch to him, and Ryan Williams, the number 22, Ian Marston, will get the ball away from Ryan Williams' feet, and it will be a Pompey throw-in, which Callum Johnson has picked up and is ready to take. Hello, George. Welcome along to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. Ball goes in from Curtis, and that one's easily gathered by Ben Amos. And it's redistributed very quickly. I believe that's Adam Matthews charging down the right-hand flank, and Marcus Harness will meet him there, stop him in his tracks, and he heads back to his colleague Jonathan Williams, and that ball is all the way back to Ben Amos. So it's good defending there from Marcus Harness to stop what was looking like a developing Charlton Athletic counter-attack. But it isn't anymore, and it's still nil. 23.5 minutes has been played. Akin Famewo on the ball now for Charlton Athletic at the back. And that is Andrew Shinney. Back to Darren Prattley, who put a dodgy challenge in on Lee Brown a couple of minutes ago. Probably merited a yellow card. Referee thought otherwise. I thought otherwise as well. There we go. They've tried to play a ball in behind to Omar Bogle. Didn't work initially, but then it's a shot away from Connor Washington, who's already scored 3 goals for Charlton so far this season. It was blocked by Sean Raggett. A little bit of pressure there from Charlton, but he's done well, Sean Raggett, to get rid of that. And the ball is now on the halfway line, and Charlton will regain possession. Played around the back again, and it is still 0-0. 24.5 minutes now has been played. Pompey have scored 9 goals in their previous 3 matches. It's an average of 3 goals a game for the last 3 games. Obviously, we had the 4-0 win for against Northampton on Tuesday night, and then 3 goals at the Stadium of Light, and 2 when we played against... no, sorry, not 2. Was it 3 for against Gillingham or 2? I think it was 2. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely 9 games in 3 matches. So there we go. Charlton come down the right-hand side with Jake Foster-Caskey. Ball into the penalty area. It's fired across, and the ball is in the back of the net. Charlton have scored, and it's Jonathan Williams, and that was easy stuff. It's a great finish, to be fair to him. They've got the lead early doors, 25 minutes in, and that was all at sea from Pompey at the back. It was a really well-worked goal, actually. Let's just watch that again. So it was the ball across from Foster Caskey. Found, I think it's Ian Marston, actually, and the ball, because of the wet pitch, it just had enough to carry it over towards him. Ball was fired across. Jonathan Williams was in the right place at the right time to stab home. And all of a sudden, there's a mountain to climb for Pompey now. And we are now a goal down in the opening 20 minutes. And Craig McGilvery is absolutely furious that his defence have let that one in. There we go. That is the only real difference between the two sides in this first opening 26 or so minutes. It's been even Stevens all the way through. Charlton taking their chance to score, and they have done. And Ryan Williams will get the ball rolling again for Pompey, and they will look to make amends to a 1-0 deficit now that they have suffered early doors. Johnny Williams, as I said, on the score sheet. Elsewhere, Salford are 1-0 up against Oldham Athletic. James Wilson with a goal there. Preston have equalised, for their game against Birmingham City. Jaden Stockley with a goal there. Craig McGilvery's done well to combine with Sean Raggett in order to make sure that there was no pressure there. But yeah, Charlton Athletic 1-0 up in our game at Fratton Park. Tom Naylor is gone down. I think he's got a problem with his knee. Referees stopped play. Tom Naylor's in a bit of a bad way at the moment. Still on for 2-1 Pompey. Yeah, absolutely. I think we can come back. I think we can come back from this. Absolutely. Shouldn't be a problem for Pompey. Tom Naylor's going to trot over to the sideline and receive a little bit of treatment, actually, because he's not in the best way. I think he had a clash with Williams, and he's going to be all right to carry on, actually, Tom Naylor. But yeah, that was a little bit of a... Felt it, actually. Early doors, Tom Naylor. He kind of trying to walk it off, and that might be a substitution that Pompey need to make in the next couple of moments. We'll have to wait and see. The first goal in the Premier League for the 3 o'clock kickoff. So there's only one 3 o'clock kickoff, isn't there? But Chelsea are 1-0 up. That is Hakim Ziyech on the score sheet for Chelsea there. I'm just going to update the scoreboard very quickly. As the long ball forward is to Omar Bogle, and he's outpaced Sean Raggett to get their first. Bogle, he nutmegs him. And is that a penalty? No, it's not. Referee says goal kick, and wow. He was looking for it, Omar Bogle, but I wouldn't have said that was the cleanest of challenges from Raggett. The score remains 1-0 Pompey. Score prediction for Sunderland Ipswich next week. That's a big game on Tuesday. We'll go for an Ipswich win, 1-0. Been watching for ages, and his predictions 3-1. Yeah, we can still come back from this, mate. Absolutely. To rather be 1-0 down to Charlton than have start against Stevenage again. Come on, Pompey. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not too worried, to be honest, boys and girls. And I know that sounds a bit silly, but we've opened the game really well. And hopefully we don't heads don't drop and we kind of all feel sorry for ourselves. We need to go for this now and try and get a goal back and get back into this game. Because we've been all right. Haven't quite been able to play that final ball that we've wanted to. Haven't made the most of the chances that we've had early doors. Ronan Curtis, arguably, with Pompey's best chance when he skied it over the crossbar. Ball cut back from Marcus Harness. Andy Cannon on the edge of the box. Ronan Curtis right on the crest of the D. Gets his shot away. And that's high and into the Milton end. Probably about row P of the Milton end. To give you a bit of perspective. And there we go. Is your dog called Fournilwrittenalloverit, or was your dog called Tom? That's amazing if it's true. Kieran wants a ruler to play. We'll see if he comes on, mate. He might need to inject a little bit of attacking force into this side. Pompey haven't started terribly. Charlton, obviously, with the goal up, so you would say that they've started better. But so far, Pompey's still enjoying plenty of possession in this game, and we haven't looked out of it, and we've more than held our own at this moment in time. But it is 1-0 to the visitors. As the clock ticks over into the 30th minute. Here's Andy Cannon for Pompey. In the centre circle finds Ronan Curtis, who looks around, spots Lee Brown on the left-hand side. Just in from the touchline. It's back to Ronan Curtis, who's gone up with him. And that ball trickles out for a corner ball for Pompey. Pompey got themselves a corner kick on the left-hand side. And Ronan Curtis will look to fire that one in. Can we create something from this? Raggett and Watmore, Naylor already in the box to receive this one. It's a deep one. It's back to Watmore. Ryan Williams has tried to dink one back in, but that's only as far as the first line of the Charlton defence, and they will get that one away as far as Lee Brown. We're over in to the 31st minute, and as Sean has said, there is still plenty of time in this game. Harness looks for Marquis, and that Charlton can just about deal with it. Gunter was just hit it absolutely anywhere to get rid of that one. And it is still 1-0 to Charlton. If you haven't liked the stream already, boys and girls, we're up to 80 likes. If we could get that to 100, I'm sure we can. That'd be much appreciated. If you're also watching on Facebook, please make sure you like the stream. That'll also be very nice of you if you could do that, should we say. Let's try and switch up the vocabulary a little bit. But as Sean said, plenty of time to go in this one. We are only 31 minutes in. It's the long throw from Jack Watmore into the box. Harness tried to steal it, but he couldn't quite get there. Ben Amos holds the ball in his hands. Will take all the time in the world in order to dispatch this one up the pitch. Amos's drop kick forwards, not the best one, and it's easily back with Callum Johnson on this near side. Finds Ryan Williams down the right-hand touchline. He's making up a lot of ground. He's almost at the dead ball line, but the challenge goes in. Sliding in, puts the ball out of play, and that will be a Pompey throw-in just next to the corner flag. Swindon Town have equalised against Hull City. Paul Caddis with the goal on 31 minutes for the Town. Thank you very much to George for the super sticker. 99p, much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Kieran said Pompey have been doing a lot better with two up front. What do you think? Yeah, absolutely. It's the way we've needed to play, and we've all been calling for it, haven't we? So I'm really pleased that he is playing two up front. The linesman on that near side wasn't sure whose ball that was. He's eventually opted in favour of the visitors, and Ian Marston will look to throw this ball in. And there we go. Marston's played it straight out of play, and Callum Johnson will run on over to take the throw-in for Pompey on this near side. The ball from Harness back to Callum Johnson. Just had a bit too much on it for him, and it was actually Callum Johnson who just stepped a little bit in the wrong direction. And that one wasn't the finest moment Callum Johnson's had all half, but there we go. There's 101 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook. If you're watching the stream, you haven't yet left it a like, please do consider doing so. We're aiming for 100 likes on the stream. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So please do make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're enjoying the content that you're seeing, we'll be back with more live streams throughout November for as long as football sticks around, which I think it will do. And yeah, we're all at the minute heading back towards what's looking like a lockdown, ladies and gents. So we've got to be careful. There will be an announcement from Boris Johnson alongside Patrick Vallance and Chris Whitty at 5 o'clock this evening. Is likely to be a month-long lockdown for England, is what is said to be announced this afternoon. So we will wait and see how much of an effect that has on football, if it does have any effect. Obviously, businesses, etc., will end up struggling again if they are forced to close. No doubt about that. Jobs, all that kind of thing. So it's worrying times. But yeah, we can hopefully rely on the football to provide us with that little bit of an outlet that it did do while we were in the thick of lockdown. Well, probably not the thick of lockdown. Towards the end of lockdown, when football came back. That was nice to watch, wasn't it? Even if it was Premier League, it was still good to see. And a couple of our games in the playoffs. Marquis has only got Harness in the penalty area to find. He's tried to cut it back to Callum Johnson. That will go out for a Pompey throw on that near side. 35 minutes has now been played, and a steward in the south stand has thrown the ball up to Callum Johnson, who wanted to take that throw in early, but the new boy for Charlton, Ian Marsden, has gone down, and he might need to receive some treatment. The referees run over to check, and the physio is on the pitch, and he will check him out, see what's wrong with him, and there will be a temporary pause in proceedings while this is done. So Max has said, why isn't Rasmus playing yet? He's on loan from the Danish champions. He's sitting on the bench in League One behind Sean Raggett, might I add, as well. So there we go. It's not the best, is it? But I would like to see him get on the pitch. Kenny's very much at the standpoint at the minute that don't change a winning team. They're not winning at the moment. It could be come 90 minutes, come 4:45 this afternoon. Who knows? But yeah, would like to see, if there was one change I'd make, it would be Erasmus to come on for Raggett. Would be good to see. Would be good to see. Sorry. The Charlton number 22, Ian Marsden, has received a bit of treatment. He won't be allowed back on the pitch, obviously, until the referee gives him the all clear and play has resumed. Callum Johnson will now take this Pompey throw in. It's actually Jack Watmore with a long throw. Ball goes in, hook towards Marcus Harness, who couldn't get anything on it. The ball's back with Tom Naylor. Now Callum Johnson finds Jack Watmore. He's a little bit out of position. And the ball is back with Tom Naylor, who is the furthest back for Pompey at the moment. Pushes the ball forward in the direction of Marcus Harness. Andy Cannon's chasing that one down as well. Looking to nick possession again, Pompey, but they can't do so. And Charlton will clear. It's not a convincing one, though, and it's only as far as the Charlton number 12, Andrew Shinney. Harness looks to poke a ball through to Ryan Williams. He's done well to win that one back. Would he get up on his feet quick enough? No, he won't. Johnny Williams on the ball now. Sean Raggett has not dealt with that one brilliantly, but luckily there's Tom Naylor to cut it out and avoid any attack that might have been on there for Charlton Athletic. But they're all right for the time being. Still it's Pompey. Still it's Pompey 0, Charlton 1. We are just coming up to 38 minutes into this one. There are 86 of you that join us on YouTube, 96 in total. So that is much appreciated. If you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, like the stream as well. We're heading towards the 100 like mark, 87 at the minute. If we could get to 100 before half time, that'd be brilliant. Curtis down the left-hand side puts the ball in. Lee Brown's in the penalty area. Brilliant first touch. Back to Curtis. Cannon, edge of the box, tries to thread a ball through to Ryan Williams. That one's cut out by the number 17, I believe it was. Omar Bogle's back there. Ryan Williams shoots with his left foot, and that one's blocked. Comes back out to Sean Raggett, and that looks like a little bit of a panic so far for Pompey. Defensively, Charlton not looking the strongest. Little push from Omar Bogle there on Tom Naylor, and that'll be a Pompey free kick. We'll take a pause for breath for a moment or two. We are slowly approaching the half-time mark in this game. It is still Pompey 0, Charlton Athletic 1. And as I say that, our first guest of the afternoon has joined us. A little bit more facial hair than me, but Ollie is here. Welcome along, mate. How are you?
Hey, mate. How are you?
Good. Not bad,
we're
mate.
We're 1-0 down, bud.
Yeah, I should say I'm not great. Yeah, to be honest, mate, we haven't looked too bad. There's a really big chance that for Ronan Curtis, he almost had an open goal to shoot at. Like the jumper, son. Nice. You back for a run?
Bit of the old diesel, that is.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Great.
I would be sporting a Pompey top, but I don't trust Kenny.
Wow.
So
that's for you to say, not me.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think there's been some strange changes today. Like, I don't know why we're not playing Jacobs. I think he's played quite well the last couple of games.
Michael Jacobs. He's injured, mate. That's why.
Oh, okay. That'd be why. That'd be a reason why. That's me not being that. That's probably a good reason why he's not playing. I don't reckon he should play him. He's injured. Terrible decision.
It's probably not a good idea, is it?
No. Well, that's fair enough then in that case. I didn't know that. So that's news. Thank you, Tom, for updating me on that. No,
I probably should have told you
it's
beforehand,
nice to
shouldn't
see.
I?
According to the formation, we're playing a 4-4-2. But I do feel that Harness is more of a midfielder than a striker in a lot of cases. I know didn't he sign as a striker and then play as a winger? Am I right in thinking that?
Who are we talking about? Sorry.
Harness.
Yeah. No, I think we started to play him as a striker recently.
Yeah,
I think
he scored quite a few. He scored quite a few goals in that. My concern is he's going to sit too deep, and actually, what we need is two people attacking the box to score goals. We've had 4 corners so far, and not really created much from them by all accounts. We've had 1 shot that's been off target. Charlton have had 2. They scored from 1 of them. But I think one of the biggest issues we're going to have is their defence. They haven't conceded a goal, Charlton, in the last however many games. It's been probably about 4 or 5 games since they've conceded a goal. I was chatting to Mr. Chapman earlier, and he said their keeper's top notch, so he's going to make some saves.
Saved a penalty.
Make it hard for our strikers. What, from us?
Not from us, no. From previously.
I was going to say I don't think there's been a penalty in this game yet.
No, there hasn't.
No, so no, I think we're going to be up against it, mate. I think that now, if they score another, we're going to really struggle to come back from that. I'd like to see us get a goal before half time, which is 3-4 minutes time. But
we're only about 4 minutes from the halftime whistle. As you've been talking, mate, it's been all Charlton Athletic, really. It's just an onslaught of pressure. Omar Bogle was on the edge of the box at the minute, but oddly, Sean Raggett's actually done really well to get that one out of trouble for Pompey. And it's Ronan Curtis that will hack that one away. My other question I was going to bring up for you, Ollie, I'm sure you've got a little bit more to tell me about Charlton in a minute, courtesy of Mr. James Chapman. Before we do say that, Curtis has found Lee Brown in the penalty area. Ball goes across the box, and it's great defending from Gunter in the end. And there will be, I believe, I'm not sure what the referee's doing there, but he's blown up for something. My question was going to be, mate, if I was going to make one change to the team going into this one, it would be Rasmus Nikolaisen on the pitch instead of Sean Raggett. I wonder how you feel about that one.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what I was saying to James earlier. We're looking at the formations and the team that's being played. And I said to him, one of the biggest criticisms I had that Nikolaisen isn't playing still. I just don't understand that. When he played a midweek, about 2 months ago, a month or so ago, looked brilliant. It was against Stevenage, I think, wasn't it? Tuesday night against Stevenage or something?
It was the South End in the EFL Trophy, wasn't it? He got a good game time.
And I thought he looked really good. I saw a few of the highlights, and I thought he featured and played quite well in that game. And you sit there and you think, right, so you've got a new centre-back come in who we've clearly had issues across the back four over the last season. We know that. It's one of the biggest criticisms we've had is that we've been playing players that, Bolton was playing right back for a lot. He's not a right back. And we've been chucking players in all over the place just to fill a space, because when we lost Thompson from the season before, we never really recovered. And when we lost Clark as well, and then Watmore was out injured. We finally got some sort of stability with Burgess last season, and then he's gone this year. And it seemed like, right, we've got Watmore back to replace Burgess, and we've got this new guy, Nikolaisen, to replace what I would assume to have been Raggett. And we haven't really utilised him at all. And I don't understand that mindset. I don't know why we're not playing a player that's clearly very good, and we've signed him for a reason, but we're not using him. So it doesn't make much sense to me, to be honest with you.
Callum Johnson's put a ball in, and keeper has done well, to be fair. Ben Amos, he's done very well this afternoon, so it's spot on with what Chapman's been saying, mate. He's been solid for Charlton so far, and they very much look like a team that will be in and around it towards the end of the season. They've had a lot of quality, equally defended in numbers and defended well. So yeah, this is. But what I would say is it definitely hasn't been a walkover in any way, shape, or form. Pompey have more than held their own for the first 44.5 minutes we've played now. As I speak, Peterborough United have just gone 2-1 up for their game at home to Shrewsbury Town. Siri K. Dembele has scored on the 45-minute mark for them. And elsewhere here at Fratton Park, Pompey is still 1 goal down. We are now 7 likes away from 100, ladies and gents. I did say if we could get to 100 likes before half time, then that'd be much appreciated. We have got 2 added minutes now, so now is the time to get like on the stream. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, and we'll keep doing these live streams until we can stop doing them. But another thing I was going to bring up with you, mate, obviously. Well, this was another thing. It's going to be looking like a little bit longer, isn't it? We've only got an hour and 15 minutes before we hear more from Downing Street. But from what you undoubtedly heard today, does this push football and the return of fans more into the long grass?
I don't know if it's going to push it further back, to be honest with you. I think that if we don't make a change and we don't do something different, it's a difficult one. There's a different theory about everything. You look at what Sweden have done. You know, they basically said anyone who's vulnerable and anyone over the age of 65, self-isolate, shield yourselves. So they protected like the vulnerable part of their country, and then basically said everyone else go about normal life. And they've done really well out of it. And they've come out of it quite strong. They haven't had a single lockdown, and they're doing fine because they're basically allowing people like myself or you who are more likely to survive from this virus to get the virus and therefore retain the spread of it. Because if we've had it, we've got some immunity to it, and therefore recatching and respreading to other people's a lot less likely. So you look at it from that perspective and go, maybe we should just keep things a bit more open and shield the people that need protecting. The other side of the coin is to say, if we don't make a change now, the cases are going the wrong way for us at the minute. If we don't make a change, is it going to get any better for fans coming back to a sport like this anyway? You know, if it continues to grow and rise, we're never going to be back in. We might not be back all season watching football. If they can contain it and reduce it, it might put us back in a place where we can go back to watching football. But then it's the consequences of going back to watching football in a stadium. What's that going to be on coronavirus cases going forward after that? If we go back into the stadium and start watching matches, you put 16,000 people in Fratton Park or 18,000 people in Fratton Park. You know, is that gonna then increase cases again, and we'll be back in square one in 12 to 18 months' time anyway?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
Nobody knows.
This is the thing. There goes the halftime whistle, ladies and gents. It has finished at halftime. Pompey 0, Charlton Athletic 1. Pompey unable to come back from the goal down in that opening period. But as I say, still another 45 minutes to go, and we'll be pleased with the fact that we are only a goal down in the first half of this game. It is something for Kenny to build on in the dressing room in the next couple of minutes. And hopefully he can get a good message across. We can go out there, get a goal back, and then I went for a 2-1 Pompey win at the start of the game, mates, before we started the game. So could still be looking like... I said
to Mr. Chapman 2-1, but I wouldn't like to guess which way.
Right. Okay.
That was I reckon it'll be 2-1 one way or another. I said it's not going to be... I don't really see it being like a 4-3 or something like that, like a goals. But, you know, we're pretty good at scoring at the minute. We've got one of the best goal differences in the league. Obviously not after this game, we won't, because we'll drop points if it stays as it is. But we do seem to score a few goals. We also seem to concede a few goals. But I think with Charlton's defence being quite solid, we're going to struggle to score a number of goals against them. But it would be nice to see us go out in the second half and put a bit to make it 1-1 and then create a bit of a game of it.
Absolutely. I'm just going to quickly check the League One table to see where that does put us at half-time. We remain in 7th place. I'm not sure where we were before the game, actually, but a couple of stats for you. 48% possession for Pompey in that first half. 3 shots for Pompey, 2 shots for Charlton, 1 shot on target. I believe that was the goal, actually. I Followed believes that each team had 1 clear-cut chance, and the passing accuracy was a little bit better from a Charlton point of view. 2 key passes for Pompey to Charlton. I don't understand the key pass. What is a key pass?
I think it's when you like the final ball, isn't it? So who's their assist from? Like begin with an M, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look. Should we see where the assist was from? While we'll do that, there's one on the street at Marston, mate. Marston was
So that would have been the key pass, obviously, wouldn't it?
Right.
in my opinion.
Not so.
Like, I
any
think
difference between a key pass and an assist?
Well, I think a key pass is also creating an opportunity. You're not necessarily going to score from them all, but it's like what De Bruyne does so well for City. You know, he puts so many good balls into the strikers and to the other players ahead of him that it creates the opportunity. Like when Pogba set up Rashford with the outside of his boot from like 60 yards and they scored a goal from it. Like without that key pass, he would never have done
that. One thing I would say, and something you're more than welcome to build on, mate, is that at this moment in time, the table looks like this. Hull City and Lincoln City fill the automatic spaces. It's Peterborough United, Ipswich Town, then Charlton Athletic, Sunderland and Pompey that then make up the remaining spaces. So Peterborough in third, Ipswich in fourth, Charlton move up to fifth with obviously 3 points at this moment in time. Sunderland on sixth and Pompey in seventh. The two teams above us at the moment, Charlton and Sunderland, both have a game in hand respectively. So Pompey also 1 point adrift of Sunderland at this moment in time. If we manage to get all 3 points in this game, that would take us back up to fourth and would take us above Charlton. So it's
and I think, to be honest with you, we've got to be looking like this season a team who wants to win the league. You know, it's been quite nice to see. You know, we've been saying it on here for a long time. 4-5-1 is a bit boring and it doesn't work. And we've played it repeatedly, game after game, for 3 years. And then all of a sudden we've changed to a 4-4-2 and we started scoring some goals. Went back to a 4-5-1, didn't work. Gone back to a 4-4-2, won the last 3 games. Now, we're not going to win every game. I'm not saying we're ever going to win every game, but you've got to be looking like challenging and beating a team like Charlton if you're going to be aiming for that top position, which is what we want. We don't want to have another year in the playoffs. We want an automatic promotion this year. You know, Mark Caitlan was on the news, you know, a few weeks ago about finance in football when all that talk was going through about Premier League clubs obviously helping the lower divisions. And he was saying how like the impact on Portsmouth, how much like revenue they lose. Because obviously our cost base is based around the fact that we get 18,000 people a game. You know, each home game is worth a lot of money to us as a club, and therefore it funds a big portion of wages and everything else that it comes with being a football club. So every game that goes without fans is going to be a massive loss for a team like us. So we need to be in that. If we're investing in the players to be in that position, we need to be looking at winning the league.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the only way we're going to secure funding next year, getting television rights in the likes of the Championship and actually earning some money like we should be as a club.
2 more likes to 100, boys and girls, on the stream. We've got 98. If we could get that over 100, I'm sure there's a couple of people in here that haven't yet liked the stream yet. If you also haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. Ollie and myself will be, I'm not sure how much time he's got on his hands, but if he could take us through a little bit of the second half, that'd be much appreciated. You're more than welcome to jet off if you need to, mate. What we are going to do now, though, ladies and gents, is there is exactly 100 viewers in the stream. We've got 9 of you sitting over on Facebook, the Facebook Dream Team. Would you mind letting us know where you are all watching the stream from this afternoon? Obviously, don't give us a postcode or anything like that, but just a general area would be great. So,
or
Pompey,
a telephone number.
Well, not a telephone number either. But if you could let us know where you join us from, I'm sure we'll see Malta, we'll see Spain, we'll see all sorts. So let us know where you're joining in from. I'll show Ollie exactly where people join us from this afternoon. So we've got Pompey in already from BPFC Vlogs. Joseph's watching from Sunderland. Harvey's watching from North Wales. Ewan Ellis says Pompey. Sunny Bournemouth. Well, hey, there she is. Adam Muscat's watching us from Exeter. Billy Andrews from Yorkshire. Here we go. Stuttgart in Germany. Good afternoon to Veermil de Sublay. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. George ECFC. Strangely, watching from Exeter. So there we go. There's Marcus from Malta, Portchester, Yorkshire, Charlton. Oh, my word. Here we go. Concordia Entre Rios in Argentina. Welcome along. That twinned with Grantham in Lincolnshire is the next comment. So there's Argentina and Grantham. There we go. Pompey says, Jack Bell. Let's just quickly go through the comment from Traditional Signs of London. He said difficulty will be the wage capping if we were to go up. Is there still I don't think it applies for championship teams. No. But if it did, that'd be horrendous.
It applies for new signings as well. So existing contracts are in place. So obviously, like a lot of players will have option years on their contract. So like people like Marquis that might be contracted for 3 seasons. Even if his contract ran out at the end of his season, he'd have an option to extend his contract for another year, and therefore he wouldn't lose his current salary and therefore want to move to another club. So we will be in that position in terms, like the team will be fairly stable, I think, for the next year, because I'd guess a lot of our players will be on longer term contracts. It'll be the players on shorter term contracts that don't extend their option that we'll see leave. But if we move into the champ, that won't be an issue anyway.
Angela Mitchell's from Pompey. Stephen Murray, Manila. Wow, that's a long old way. Brian's watching from a wet Rio de Janeiro. Pompey has said, have you seen the picture? Pompey have
look like a drunk.
Dewsland in Devon. Where's Dewsland, Ollie? I know he's in Devon, but is
north
it
or south? But obviously it's a coastline because he's got a bodyboard
Sean
or a surfboard on.
got his bodyboard out.
So, yeah, fair play to him. It's pretty cold this time of year, so I wouldn't advise it, but give it a go.
Catskills in New York City or New York State. Of probably actually. Sorry, William. I shouldn't confuse you with New York City. Watching from La Janus. Now I do need your help on that one. I don't know where on earth that is. Should we quickly? We'll do a quick Google map, shall we? Where is La Janus? Oh, read it again.
Yeah.
Croydon, Paulsgrove, Cornwall, Torbay. I believe that's somewhere. Sorry, that tickled me. Chris and Anna, Bergamo in Italy. I have to put a map with pins behind you. Yeah, I know. We'll have to get a screen going on.
4-0 worldwide.
Absolutely. Charlton could bag this, but Pompey are a God team. If you mean good team or God, definitely I'd agree with the God. Pompey Jackford said, if we lost this game, Rasmus or Sean, Ollie?
I think we need to give Rasmus a chance. I don't understand. I don't think Raggett's... Don't get me wrong. Raggett's obviously done a job for us for the last couple of years, and he's filled a spot, but he's filled a spot we haven't been particularly strong in. And I think, well, now we've got some players that are quite strong in that spot. They need to show themselves and actually have a game. Now, I don't know what... Kenny's very reluctant to change. We've seen that season after season. He hasn't changed the formation for 3 years until this year. So I think that we do need to give the other players an opportunity. And he seems to integrate players very slowly into a team as opposed to just giving them an opportunity. And I think that the best way they're going to improve is play together in the league. So give Rasmus a go. That's my opinion. What's the worst that will happen?
Mexico City. We need to take our chances, otherwise I think Charlton will run away with it. Con Can in Thailand. Wow. Good afternoon, Ian. Welcome along. It must be quite late at night there by now. Tuning in from Austin in Texas. Welcome along, mate. A couple of hours in front of us, I believe. From Glasgow in Scotland. Durham. Do you know what's up with Alex Griffin, the Ipswich bloke? He's in London this weekend, mate, so he won't be streaming the Crew Alexandra game. I can personally vouch for him that he will be back for the Sunderland game on Tuesday night. Jamie is from Havant. William says we stay away from New York City. Don't blame me, William. Zimbabwe, it says Ted McDonald. Paulsgrove, Pompey community in Argentina was pretty big. Yeah, absolutely. Much bigger than that. Yeah, lovely to see all our worldwide friends here. I thought it'd be a good idea to go through where we're all watching from. So thank you all for that. That's much appreciated. Can you change text scrolling across to AVL? Oh, right. No, I will get on that. No worries. Did you watch any of the Sunderland game, by the way, mate?
Me?
Yes.
No.
See, I've been caught out by Sean here. Surfer Sean, we're going to call him from now on. I'm not sure if he enjoys surfing, but his Facebook profile picture suggests that he does. So we'll go for Surfer Sean. I did sing Raggett's praises at the weekend because he did play extremely well. I believe I probably shouldn't have done that. But if you'd like to bring us all back down to earth and kind of explain...
Well, when we played MK last season and we lost to MK away at Dons, I was there at that game with my friend who played for MK at the time. And he said that Sean Raggett is single-handedly the worst defender he's ever had the privilege of seeing playing on the football pitch, was his opinion. And he said he doesn't know how he's a professional and doesn't understand it, how he plays for a team like Portsmouth. And I think that if at any point in your career you put a performance in like that, then are you really good enough to be playing in a team that wants to be in the Championship? And that's my question. I think that you've got to be looking at these players like they need to be players that want to play in the Championship. And I think we've probably got a couple of players that would play in the Championship, and most of the team would need an update. I think we've got a lot of very good League One footballers in our team, but have we got Championship players that are going to push on? Look at what Jamal Lowe's done. He's pushing, playing well in the Championship. Connor Chaplin, exactly. And, we haven't played some of those players in our team when we've had them, which is mental. And I don't see Sean Raggett as a Championship centre-back. That's that's how I feel about him. I think he plays well in League One to a standard, but we should be playing players that are Championship defenders. And I think Nicolaisen, he's got a lot more potential. He's quite young, isn't he, as well? He's not that old. He's like early 20s, isn't he?
Oh, God, don't throw that out into the mix. We'll have to check that.
He's like 22, 23.
Rasmus Nicolaisen is... he's 23, so well done.
There you go. Look at that. So, he's a younger player. He's coming... He wants to progress. He wants to grow within a club. You've got to give him a chance. I think Watmore's a very good centre-back. I think Watmore embarrasses Raggett as a centre-back, but I think you need to have, when we had Watmore and Clark there, that was a serious partnership. We don't have that with Watmore and Raggett. It's not the same ring, is it? It's not the same players. You can't see Raggett signing for Brighton. And I think that's the whole emphasis on it. You need players playing in the positions that actually you think, Christ, they can move on at the end of the season. Because that's what you'd want to have as a manager. I think too often, Kenny sees a player that plays well, takes him out of the team, almost because he doesn't want to lose him. It almost seems like a negative attitude towards it of, let's not play our best players in case they get noticed so we can retain them for another season. But actually, if we got promoted into the Championship, we wouldn't need to retain them because we'd be a Championship team. Look what happened with Lowe when we had that opportunity of promotion. Lowe didn't play, did he?
Well, William Thompson's made a very good point saying that Rag is a KJ favourite.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't know why. Someone explain it to me. Tell me why. Can someone tell us why Raggett is such a good defender? What does he do so well that I'm missing?
Oh,
what Championship team does Sean Raggett fit into?
Ollie, there has been a change at half time, and I can tell you that Rasmus Nicolaisen is on the pitch. However, I cannot confirm or deny who he is on for at this moment in time. So you're going to have to bear with me for a moment because the iFollow coverage is so brilliant. It is Jack Watmore that he has replaced. I reserve comment, but Watmore has been subbed. Apparently, it's an injury.
It hopefully is, yeah. Shame it didn't happen.
I would be extremely concerned if it's not an injury.
Yeah, if he thinks Watmore's worse than Raggett, I'll be very disappointed.
There we go. 123 people join us on YouTube. There's 131 of you across YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't yet liked the stream, we've absolutely smashed through 100 likes. 113 now. If we could get that anywhere near 150 this afternoon, then we'll come back on Tuesday and do it all again against Lincoln. There we go.
I need to
like it.
I need to get on that.
You need to get, mate. Do you want to go, or are you all right to stick around?
No, I'm all right to stick around for a little bit.
Okay, cool. All right. Also, good news is we have hit 6.25 subscribers. So we are now a quarter of the way officially towards 7,000, which is huge. So if we could get that up as much as we possibly can, there is bound to be some people that are not subscribed to the channel in here this afternoon. If that is the case, please do consider subscribing because we are, as I said, on the road to 7,000 and we'll keep getting these live streams out to you for as long as we need to. Good afternoon to Amy. Go on.
They're not going to miss any of the famous 4-0 coverage, mate. That's the thing you get from subscribing is you get all the updates. I get a notification saying you're live. It's fantastic.
Mate, top notch. Fist bump through the screen for that one. Hello, Amy. Welcome along to the stream. We've been all right first half. Still a long way to go. Still got another second half of football to watch. Adam said Sean Raggett must have explicit photos of Kenny in order to be blackmailing his way into the first team.
like Adam.
I like Adam as well. He's done a lot of hard work for us in the background, so much appreciated. Adam sorted me out a Wolves badge for the stream I did last night. So we're big fans of Adam and 4-0 Towers. Ollie Boy has said, "Who do you think is getting promoted?" Interesting one. Not well. I don't know. But, I mean, Charlton Athletic look like a very good side. So potentially them.
They have been very unlucky, right? So some of the points I've got to make about Charlton that I've been told about today is that obviously Sheffield United in the Championship had a points deduction this season, correct?
No, Sheffield Wednesday.
This season. Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United playing the
Prem team, aren't they? So Sheffield Wednesday, sorry, they had a points deduction this season for something that happened last year. Now, I don't think that that's really that fair, because if they had the points deduction last year, Charlton would still be a Championship team right now. So obviously they've been demoted to the league, lost a load of their best players, Lyle Taylor and such. They've retained Johnny Williams, who is one of their best players, and obviously proved that today by scoring a good goal. So they kept some class in the team, but I think that they're going to struggle a lot more than when they played against us 2 years ago, because when they played against us 2 years ago, they had a lot of very young, fit, good talent in their side that were Championship players, such as Lyle Taylor. And I think that's one of the big changes that they're going to see as the season progresses. When they get some injuries, they haven't got the same strength in depth, and they haven't got the same class throughout their team. So I think Charlton are a good side, but I think they have to play very well to get promoted this season, or have a very good January transfer and get some good players in. I think we're in a position where we've got some of the best players in the league. We just can't play like a team that has it, which is a shame.
Game is back underway. Marcus Harness has enjoyed a little bit of possession down the right-hand side, but it didn't really come of anything. And Ian Marsden is taking a throw-in for Charlton on that far side, and it's Callum Johnson who looks to find John Marquis. He's unsuccessful in doing so. Ollie is faffing around with his camera. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I don't know if he can hear me still or not.
No, I'm going to have to cut out, mate, because I've got no battery, so I've got to go.
That's not the best news. Ciao.
But,
thanks for joining me. See you soon.
The invite to the stream. Come on, the boys. Good second half. Let's go win it.
Cheers, mate. See you in a bit. Ciao. That was Ollie, who's joined us very kindly this afternoon for a little bit of a period there. So hopefully you enjoyed some of his input. And yeah, if you want him back, let me know. We'll get him back in future streams, and he can provide his opinion, which some of you may agree with, some of you may disagree with. There we go. I saw a comment from Smithy Boy that came in. Cheers, matey. We're cracking on. And yeah, hopefully we end up getting a goal back at some point this afternoon. Adam said only reason why I can see Jack coming off due to an injury. Hopefully not that knee again. Yeah, I mean, Jack's been incredibly unlucky with injuries for his time at Pompey. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Wickham are actually winning a game. Top lad. Nice bloke. Yep, he is my brother. So there we go. Back from a halftime beer run. Welcome back, Richard. Hope you're well. And hope the beer is drowning your sorrows amongst the beer, because we are still 1-0 down at this moment in time. Charlton Athletic are winning 1-0 at Fratton Park. Pompey looking to change that, though, as the ball is sent into the area. Craig McGilvery can quite easily come and claim that one. And Cannon has some space on this near side. He finds Ronan Curtis, who comes outside him. He's heading towards the penalty area. But Adam Matthews has done well to get across and divert the ball off for a Pompey throw-in, which Lee Brown will come and take. Win or lose on the booze. Love it. Welcome to the stream, Abby. Hope you're well. We must score a goal. We must score a goal. Absolutely. Brown's got half a yard to get a cross in, and it's Marquis, and the header was going to stay in play, but it was glazed wide, and it was a big opportunity for John Marquis there. Can Johnson deliver a ball in? He leaves it to Williams. Curtis rises, but Ben Amos was there to get there before him. So it's a good catch actually from Amos. There's a lot of pressure coming in on that one, but there we go. Yeah, it's a shame. I know. I'm sorry. I had a busy week this week, and I know I can't use that as an excuse. But I wasn't going to stream for the Northampton game. We ended up winning 4-0, so that was excellent. But hopefully you all enjoyed the game nonetheless. I certainly did. I did manage to watch it, so I didn't miss it completely. But yeah, massive win. And it's been a decent start to this half as well. We're 51 and a half minutes into this one. But yeah, it's been decent so far. Callum Johnson with the ball in. Sean Raggett heads the ball towards John Marquis, who's inside the penalty area, finds the overlapping Marcus Harness, gets the ball to the dead ball line, and that one's cut out by Darren Prattley. And Swindon Town have gone 2-1 up for their game at home to Hull City. Pompey throw on the right-hand side. The rain, I believe, has actually started to come down at Fratton Park, or that might just be the wind. There's a foul for Marcus Harness. It's been awarded by the referee, and Andrew Shinney was the one who committed it, and it's absolutely no need to protest that one because that was a definite free kick. It was actually Ryan Williams. It's a bit of an elbow on him there. So there we go. 52 minutes. We're into now. A very warm welcome to everyone who joins us across YouTube and Facebook. Hope you're all well. If you haven't yet liked the stream, then please do consider doing so. If we could get the stream anywhere near to 150 likes, then that'd be much appreciated. And I will keep bringing you the streams for as long as we need to here on Fournilwritten all over it. Here comes the ball in. Lee Brown stands over this one. Tom Naylor waits just outside the edge of the D. There's Ronan Curtis, Cannon. Rasmus Nikolaisen is up for it. It's Tom Naylor who hits a shot, and it's over wide. It's up and over the crossbar. Tom Naylor probably just felt the pressure a little bit on that one. Bit too much on it. And the power was there, but the accuracy was, unfortunately, it was well off. So there we go. Cheers, Billy. Much appreciated, mate. I'll keep doing it for as long as we need to. I appreciate you joining the streams. I've seen you in a couple of times, mate. So much appreciate that you're continuing to support the channel. Max has said, who do you think has been Pompey's best player so far this season? For me, it's Harness. I agree with you, Max. Absolutely. Charlton into the area, getting in behind here. Number 14, Connor Washington. Shinney left-footed shot, ricocheted off Sean Raggett, which I'm sorry to say, but that was excellent defending. Shinney, dead ball line. What can he do? Puts the ball in. Martin, cross the far post. Bogle's the target, and Nikolaisen and McGilvery gets a good hand on it, and that one's away. And Charlton looking like a threat as they come forward, and the lino has done well there to make the correct decision. That'll be a Charlton Athletic, a Pompey throw-in on this near side as the sun is starting to set across the south coast. We've been streaming for now an hour and a half. If there's anyone who's been in from the very first minute, I would love to know. So if you let me know down in the comment section down below, or let me know how long you've been in the stream. I want to see who's been in here for the longest. He might have even been in for longer than me because I only jumped on at about 2:45 this afternoon. I know there were some people that were waiting beforehand. So to you, I very much appreciate it if you're still here. Ball is dinked in towards the far post. McIlvery comes and conquers, and he's redistributed that one out quickly to Marcus Harness. Just one shot and they beat us, absolutely. Swifty boy, he's excellent, mate. We love Ryan Williams around here. He's top draw. Thanks for that, Adam. Much appreciated, mate. That's the plan anyway. We're going to try and do that. And Tio as well. Thank you very much. I'll keep the pace at this. Here from 10 to 3. I saw you, Jesse. I saw a comment earlier, so thanks for that. Adam's here. So it's on the dot, mate. On the dot. All day long. Chris joins in at 2:51. Thanks for that, Chris. Harness ball into the box. It's headed towards Ronan Curtis. There's a lot of screaming on the Charlton touchline. Lee Bowyer's not happy at all. Nikolaisen slipped over, took Bogle out. RN's been here from 250. Lovely to see you, mate. Here since the dot. Kieran's been here as well. Ball goes in from Harness. Cross is header away by Fame Woe, who's got one of the best surnames, by the way. Fame Woe. How cool is that? I'd love to be called Tom Fame Woe. So there we go. I was the longest because I didn't know you'd put the clock back. Yeah, no, that's very true, actually. I'll give you that one. I met his mum at Crewe away in the FA Cup, and she gave me a lift. Ryan, I think you've told me that story before, mate, but Ryan Williams, his mum, is a legend, as is Smithy Boy. Thanks for sticking in the stream, mate. Lovely to see you still. Hopefully Hawula can come on at some point today. Yeah, absolutely. Love to see him play a little bit of football in League One for Pompey. Kieran echoes Adam's sentiment there. Yeah, people would like to see Hawula on for Curtis. Yeah, I think absolutely. Andy Cannon's hit a shot, and again, that's high and wide, not troubling the keeper at all there. Joel Grant has scored for Swindon Town. I think that was one that I told you earlier about, but the goal scorer was Joel Grant on 54 minutes. The referee has awarded a goal kick in favour of Pompey. We are heading towards 6.26 subscribers now, but 6.26 thousand subscribers, should I say. So that is excellent, and if we could get there today, that'd be much appreciated. So if you're watching the stream right now, you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please be sure to do so. Also, like the stream. We're heading towards 150 likes. If we could get there, that'd be much appreciated. As Charlton Athletic have the ball on this near side, Matthews is right next to Kenny Jackett, who stands there unsurprisingly with his hands in his pockets, chewing his chewing gum, giving the odd instruction to the Pompey players nearest to him. And Curtis will look to nick that one back off Andrew Shinney. Here come Charlton down this right-hand side. Johnny Williams puts the ball through, the goal scorer for Charlton, but that one's been cut out, and it will head back Andy Cannon's way. Ronan Curtis with the cross-diagonal ball across the pitch, looking for John Marquis. It's an exquisite ball, and it's reached him perfectly. Here is John Marquis looking to capitalise on the good bit of possession for Pompey. Ryan Williams threads the ball through, and it's unlucky. He's a little bit too much on it there. He's overhit it slightly, and that is a goal kick for Pompey. Still 1-0 Charlton. Not a good ref. No, he's not been excellent, has he? But there we go. I like your style, actually. Calm and focused on the football, complete opposite of Alex Griffin. Someone screenshot that and send it to me, because I'm buzzing with that comment. I'll leave it on the screen for a little bit, but I'll send it straight over to Alex as soon as I get off the stream. Thank you very much, Viamal, for that. That is much appreciated. Pompey haven't got a good home record. Well, until Wigan beat us, I don't think we were unbeaten at home for like a year. And then, that 2-1 Wigan game was unfortunate, but there we go. So yeah, since then we haven't had the most excellent home record, should we say. Ben Amos has received a yellow card. Not quite sure what for, so sorry that I missed that. I was too busy talking about Veermal's comment there. But there we go. 115 of you join us across YouTube and Facebook. Great to have you all. Hope you're all well. Ball into the box from Callum Johnson, and that's headed away by Charlton Athletics' Darren Pratley, the skipper for them, who arguably shouldn't be on the pitch, but that's just me as a Pompey fan. But it was a shocking challenge on Lee Brown in the opening 20 minutes, and I would have probably sent him off for that if I was the referee, but there we go. In any game, not even just a Pompey game, I would have sent him off for that, because I didn't think it was a nasty one. Andy Cannon's gone down and has received a set piece for his troubles on the edge of the box. So there we go. Thanks, Josh. Much appreciated, mate. Yes, that was Fratton Park. That's one of the finest moments in English football broadcasting history. That is. I'm so pleased that it's on Fratton Park, that it happened at Fratton Park. So there we go. Curtis in Argentina would not play a game between friends for the Coca-Cola and the sandwich. Dario, explain, please, mate. I quite understand what he's talking about there. Not having fans at Fratton Park is a big drawback for the players. Yeah, absolutely. And I think Sheffield United have suffered it massively. I think it's teams that rely a lot on the fabulous backing from their home support that have struggled. Ronan Curtis hits it against the wall, and that is behind for a corner kick. And the power on that one was unreal from Ronan Curtis. It was top draw. I'm very quickly going to leave. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that, do I? Because look, are you ready, boys and girls? We're on. Oh, Sorry if that was a bit, if anyone's wearing headphones, I do apologise, because that would have been a bit uncomfortable for you. Lee Brown's corner ball is over to the far post. Don't worry, there hasn't been a fire in my bedroom. I'm just choosing the correct lighting for you so you can still see me. That is a little bit bright, actually, so I'm going to dim it down ever so slightly, but you still should be able to see me. The night is very quickly drawing in, but I was prepared. Don't worry, the lighting's here. Good afternoon to Jack. Welcome along to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. We're playing all right. We're looking like getting back into this one. We've had plenty of chances. We're 61 minutes in now, and I'd love to see one go in the back of the net. That would be absolutely fantastic. 133 likes. That is much appreciated, boys and girls. If you're not subscribed to the channel, that'd be much appreciated as well. As Chelsea go 2-0 up against Burnley, goal coming on 63 minutes there. And it's Kurt Zuma with the goal for the Blues. And Rasmus Nikolaisen has done well to try and keep that one in. Kenny Jackett applauded him for his troubles. And it will be Matthews who will take, Adam Matthews, who takes the throw in. Nikolaisen's caught Johnny Williams, the goal scorer for Charlton, late there. That might be Nikolaisen going to the book there. I don't think he's going to. He might receive a little bit of a talking to from the referee. He's not going to receive either of those, actually. It wasn't the most brilliant of challenges, to be honest. He didn't get anywhere near the ball. But he does get stuck in, Rasmus Nikolaisen, which is what we like to see. Right. Andrew Shinney is standing over this one. Ladies and gents, shortly after this, I would advise you to all get on BBC News, Sky News, whatever floats your boat. Listen to Mr. Boris Johnson, who will make an announcement regarding further lockdown restrictions that will be imposed probably as of Monday. That is just me speculating. However, that will be from 5 o'clock across any news outlet. So if you're in, I suppose it doesn't really matter, in Argentina or anyone who's watching us abroad this afternoon. But definitely to those of you watching in England, I would recommend getting the news on, absolutely, because there will be restrictions that will come into force in the next couple of days, probably for a month, and it's likely to be an awful lot of us won't be at work. And the stay-at-home messages are likely to come back as well. Hopefully we can hold on to a bit of football that we can continue to watch while the lockdown happens. That is still all speculation. Nothing is confirmed. It will be in about 25 minutes' time. Marcus Harness is coming off for Pompey, and Ellis Harrison will be coming on. So it is Marcus Harness coming off, and Ellis Harrison will come on. I believe they will probably put it on Sky Sports News, but I would have thought probably BBC News is the best place to watch it. Will footy stop again? Hopefully not. That's something that they'll need to confirm, but I think there's no reason why they should stop football. Yeah, I would probably say they won't stop football, but anything can happen. It's 2020. We're going to have got a goal back. Joe Garner has scored a penalty for their game at home to Northampton Town. Elsewhere, Burton Albion have got one back against for their game at home to Blackpool. It's Daniel Gretarsson with the goal there. Ronan Curtis has got on the end of a cross, looping easily into the hands of Ben Amos. So there we go. Ball is in the hands of the goalkeeper. Oh, Geordie Hawula's warming up on the touchline, I'm hearing. So that could be an introduction to proceedings for him. So there we go. "65 minutes has now been played. Elsewhere, Port Vale are 2-0 up against Southend. Tom Pope with the second goal on 64 minutes there. Ipswich are 1-0 up against Crewe Alexandra. That goal has just literally gone in. Tio said, "How did you manage the pandemic?" Yeah, Argentina didn't think they've done an awful lot right in terms of dealing with a pandemic. Hawula is warming up, yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of people have split opinions on the way that the government's handled it. And obviously, rightfully so. But there's been, would you believe it? Ollie Hawkins has scored for Ipswich. What are the chances of that? There we go. Hopefully we can turn things upside down. But yeah, we've managed the pandemic in an interesting way. I think the next set of restrictions will be a lot tougher than any of the ones that have happened since we emerged from the national lockdown back in whenever it was. I think it was July time, actually. So back to a national lockdown, and those restrictions will be more severely imposed, unfortunately. So there we go. Hard day at the office for Bolton. They are losing 4-0, absolutely. Curtis headed down, loose in the penalty area there. There's a formation, is 4-4-2 at the minute still, I believe. There's a like-for-like swap for Marcus Harness coming off and Ellis Harrison replacing him. Haven't seen an awful lot of Harrison since he's come on. Give him his dues. He's only been on for a couple of moments. Tom Naylor finds Ellis Harrison, as I was just talking about, in Speak of the Devil. Callum Williams puts a ball into the box and it's headed up in the air. Lee Brown on this far side heads it infield towards Ronan Curtis, finds Andy Cannon. It's back out with Lee Brown on the left flank, and the referee says that will be a Pompey throw-in. Absolutely. And hopefully we still get to keep football for as long as possible. Andy Cannon gets the ball across. Williams arrives. It was loose and Charlton scramble it away, and that was a dodgy challenge on Ryan Williams. I'm not sure if he should have received anything more from that from the referee. Sean would take a 94th minute equaliser. Sean, we're a long way from that, mate. We're looking like it. It's all Pompey at the minute. Just need one of these chances to go in the back of the net and then we'll all be happy. Rasmus Nikolaisen heads over to retrieve the ball for Lee Brown to take a throw in. Yeah, Rasmus Nikolaisen has been a little bit pushed over there. Pompey are pressing for an equaliser. 68 minutes has been gone. Harrison's trying to get the ball down. Yes, very true, actually. I'll give you I'll give you kind of an overview, an impartial overview. I've been very careful, William, with what I've said so far. I'll report the facts and the facts only to you. Sean Raggett on the ball now. Ball heads back to Craig McGilvery. Pompey will go again. Yeah, excellent. And it's the men and women behind the scenes as well that have managed to get football games on. So it's cameramen, it's people behind the scenes. So yeah, no, not a political stream. So we'll head away from that. I do. Instagram is at Fournilwrittenalloverit. So Kengo Instagram. There you go. It's just at Fournilwrittenalloverit there. If you want to go and follow us over there, you are more than welcome to. I add to my story regularly over there. Get a little bit of behind the scenes look at what we do on Fournilwrittenalloverit. Timo Werner has scored the third for Chelsea this afternoon on 70 minutes. That one is dead and buried for them now. And yeah. The boys at Stamford Bridge, well, they're not at Stamford Bridge, they're at Burnley this afternoon, but back at Stamford Bridge, they'll be more than happy with that. Northampton are now 3-1 up against Wigan. That goal went in a couple of moments ago. Naylor with the ball back to Raggett, and frustratingly, it's all the way back to Craig McGilvery in his own goal mouth. 69 minutes has been played now, ladies and gents. Need something from Pompey here. And Ellis Harrison has just tried to make something happen. And Adam's happy with Chelsea getting points on Fantasy Premier League. We love to see it, Adam. Absolutely. Raggett Rasmus looking solid. Absolutely. Chuck Sanike is being prepared to come on for Charlton Athletic. It's a double substitution that's coming our way. I'll have confirmation of who's coming on and off in just a moment. Graham's watching from Canada. Whereabouts in Canada are you, Graham? Let us know, mate. Let us know. We're into the 70th minute at Fratton Park. As you can see, where I am, the sun is almost non-existent now, and it is the case at Fratton Park. The referee is just blowing up for fouls left, right, and centre. It's not had a brilliant afternoon, to be honest. The officiating's not been great. Omar Bogle's day at Fratton Park has ended without a goal against his former club. So to whoever would have predicted that Omar Bogle will score on his return to Fratton Park, you are mistaken. He has not done so. Chuck Zanike is coming on, and it will be a double change up top for Charlton Athletic. Johnny Williams is being taken off, the goal scorer, and he will be replaced by... I'm just waiting to see. Just going to listen to who's coming off, but it is Johnny Williams who's jogging his way off. He will have to change over the captain's armband as he does so, and it will be moment of truth. Paul Smith coming on, the number 28, Prince Edward Island. Welcome along, Graham. Thanks for joining us, mate. Here we go. The ball is ready to go on the halfway line for Pompey. Ready to deliver a set piece, hopefully as far as the Charlton Athletic box. We will just await for that one to go in. And if Ollie is still in the stream, I apologise for such a horrendous picture of him, but I took it as quickly as I could. Long ball sent towards the edge of the penalty area. Braggett goes to challenge. He didn't really look for where the goalkeeper was, actually, did he? Sean Raggett, a little bit of a clumsy one from him, but I'm sure you've heard that one before. Ball back to Pratley. Ball has been played out by Famewo, and it looks like he's picked up a little bit of an injury there. Just bear with me while I close my laptop down. And in half an hour's time, we can all look forward to watching Boris. So the referee has been absolutely shocking this afternoon. 72 minutes now has been played. I believe it's Akin Famewo who is down on the deck at the moment and is receiving some treatment at this moment in time. Come on, lad, says Katie. Yep, absolutely. Chris has said, here in Lombardy, we will probably get lockdown back 18th of November or before, so my son in Milan will not be able to visit me in Bergamo and vice versa. Last time it's 4 months of lockdown. Yeah, Chris, I mean, it's tough across the world, mate. Italy, I remember, was particularly hit hard early doors, weren't they? So, yeah, really feeling for it at the minute, mate. And hopefully everything can be resolved as soon as possible. Famewo's up on his feet on the pitch, and he's just heading off as he will need to before he comes back on. And just to say that we've got a couple of big games coming for you for the rest of this weekend. Very much looking for, not the rest of this weekend, sorry, the rest of this week. We will have the game against Lincoln City, which is an away trip that I'm sure we're all very much looking forward to seeing. And then the Ipswich game next Saturday, we will be, myself and Alex will be streaming that one as an identical feed. So what you see on my screen will be the same as what Alex is streaming. So you get both of us for the Ipswich against Pompey game in the first round of the FA Cup. That game will be played. I believe I had it written down somewhere, so I'm just going to quickly find where I wrote that down. But that game will be played on the 7th of November, which I believe is next Saturday. So it's not an awful long time to wait for that one. Ball is back in play now. And Martin is coming down the left-hand side for Charlton on the edge of the penalty area. But that one's cut out. And Ellis Harrison will look to bring the ball forward. It's a little bit of a counter-attack from Pompey. Ronan Curtis charging forward on this left-hand side. He's dispossessed, and that will be a Pompey throw-in. And the ball is very quickly turned around. And they will look to take that throw nice and quickly. Lee Brown to Andy Cannon on this near touchline. Ronan Curtis looks to find a little bit of space to put a ball in. Instead opts to find Tom Naylor. Ball is almost threaded through to John Marquis, but it was cut out by the sliding Andrew Shinney. Charlton are just looking pretty solid at the back at the minute, and Pompey are working their way towards it. We're looking to find a little bit of a gap in between in between the defence. They're very compact. They're doing really well at the minute, Charlton, to defend in numbers, defending well, and making it difficult for Pompey to break them down. Tom Naylor now finds Ronan Curtis on this left-hand side. Andy Cannon infield, out wide to Lee Brown. Puts the ball in, and John Marquis will look to get on the end of that one. It's out as far as Andy Cannon. The referee's blown up for a free kick against John Marquis. It goes Charlton's way. It is still 1-0 to Pompey. 1-0 to Charlton. Love it if it was 1-0 to Pompey. But unfortunately not. It is 1-0 to Charlton. 141 likes on the stream, ladies and gents. If you haven't yet liked the stream yet, please do consider doing so. It really does help. If we get anywhere near 150 likes, then that'll be absolutely brilliant. We've got plenty of time to get there. So if you're not watching, if you are watching the stream at the minute, you haven't subscribed or liked to the channel, like the video, then that'll be much appreciated indeed. And we are heading towards the 7,000 subscriber mark. Peterborough United are now 3-1 up against Shrewsbury Town. Sarike Dembele with, I believe, his second of the afternoon. Patrick Madden has scored Fleetwood's second goal of the game against Oxford United, who are struggling at the bottom of the league right now. Charlton have found some space on that far side. Chips towards the edge of the box, and Rasmus Nikolaisen has done well to get there and deal with that one. It's up to Curtis, who chests it down and then fires a ball long up to Ryan Williams. Callum Johnson fires a diagonal cross ball to John Marquis that's slightly over his head. He's not happy with the delivery. And that one will head back to Ben Amos, who has saved a penalty so far this season. He's been absolutely solid defensively for Charlton. He's kept an awful lot of clean sheets. And it'll be interesting to see if in this last sort of 10-15 minutes or so, Pompey can get anywhere near back to that Charlton goal and hopefully manage to salvage a point or even the 3 points. We don't know from this game. And Charlton do look happy to sit on the lead they have. Hopefully, Pompey will be able to do something to sort this out. The clock is forever ticking, as we know. Ronan Curtis plays the ball through to Ellis Harrison. Andy Cannon turns one way and then turns around to find Ronan Curtis. Lee Brown on this left-hand flank. He tries to give the ball back to Curtis. He's not quite quick enough to get there, and that'll be a foul in favour of Charlton. It'll push on the back. Not quite sure why he committed that one, Ronan Curtis. He didn't need to. So there we go. And Nigel's made a very good point that we need football during lockdown to ensure our mental health. Absolutely. So I hope that there's nothing is done in order to stop football from happening. I'm sure it won't be. What's happened? I know. Oxford have had an absolute nightmare. They are struggling the opening part of this season. 78 minutes now has been played. The house lights have been turned on at Fratton Park. Marston has picked up the ball 20 yards out, tries to run around the outside of Naylor. Tom Naylor's done just enough in order to deal with that one. And Callum Johnson brings the ball across, and Ellis Harrison heads the ball up. That's better from Pompey. John Marquis on this right-hand side is heading towards the box. Only Ellis Harrison to aim for. John Marquis put the ball in. Could have just waited a couple of minutes just to allow for the Pompey attacking players to get into the box and look to make something to do. It's just John Marquis just belted it as hard as he could into the box, and it wanted him to kind of put it in the right zone in order to make sure that he could get on the end of it. But unfortunately, that couldn't be done. And we've now got 11 minutes of normal time left on this game. Charlton only let in 5 in 9. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, Bob. We've got Bob from Granada. We've got this last 10 minutes or so, and Pompey doing a good job at the minute, trying to let themselves get back into this one. Naylor goes down the right-hand side. Ryan Williams looking to get a cross in. He needs to find himself a little bit of space. But Smith has done well to work that one back to Tom Naylor. Ryan Williams needs to try and make a decision. They're just dancing around at the minute, constantly being forced backwards. Pompey will try again, and Cannon has done well to get the ball to Harness. Williams gets the shot away. It's off to Harrison, and Charlton will get away. And suddenly, this is incredibly dangerous. Charlton running to the box. It's brilliant save from McGilvery. It's Anike was in there. It's a brilliant counter-attack, and Rasmus Nikolaisen did really well to put him under pressure. Craig McGilvery got down nice and quickly. Pompey nearly caught on the counter there. We've got to be careful of that. And Sean Raggett was actually over there to put a little bit of pressure on him. And Craig McGilvery got down nice and early. It was pretty much a comfortable one for him in the end. And the shot goes across, it's deflects, and it's wide for Pompey. It's a corner kick. And that's better. Pressure's mounting. So let me just get, I didn't really commentate on that one, boys and girls. I was watching the replay, but it's Ryan Williams with it was almost a cross across the box, but he's done well. In comes the in-swinging corner kick. It's just Nicolaisen was trying to get on the end of it, and he couldn't quite get there. And this will head over to the far side. Ellis Harrison plays it back to Andy Cannon. Cuts inside, cuts outside. He's doing well. Fancy feet from Andy Cannon. Ellis Harrison, ball in. Marcus rises, and he puts it straight in the air, and the keeper will nice and easily come and claim that one. So there we go. We have just got 10 minutes left on this one. Yeah. This is, yeah, absolutely. This is when we miss a bit of an oomph from the Fratton faithful just to get us through his last 10 minutes or so. Word on the street is that he's injured. I don't think anything's been confirmed yet. So we are doing very well to press them at the minute. All the iFollow graphics have currently gone off the screen. So I believe it's about 10 minutes to go. But here come Charlton. Down the right-hand side. Ball goes in. Cross. And it's 2-0. Ball has gone in. And I believe it was a Nike that got on the end of that. And Charlton have doubled the lead. There we go. That, you would probably say, that is it for Pompey. 82 minutes on the clock. It's Pompey 0, Charlton 2. And I was just praising Pompey for their good press. They've let themselves wide open. It was Chuck Sanike who was vacant at that far post. And Smith got the ball in early doors. And he rose early there. And it was Callum Johnson who was marking him. And people saying game over. Yeah. And Craig McGilvery looks forlorn. And we just absolutely haven't taken our chances. We have been in areas all afternoon to create good opportunities. But we were getting in the right areas. And we have been getting in the right areas. And the halftime changes, perhaps, and maybe, I'm not quite sure why Harness was taken off, but game definitely changed when he came off. It's difficult to put your finger on it because we haven't done badly so far, ladies and gents. I will try and remain as impartial as possible, but I'm absolutely gutted with that. And the referee's blown up for a free kick in favour of Pompey, and they do now face a 2-0 battle. And Geordie Hawula is about to come on. It's a good challenge. It's a bad challenge, sorry. It's a good free kick for Pompey. And Curtis is ready to get things going. Hawula is on. Can he be the man to make the difference? Curtis to take the free kick in the middle of the half. No, the referee blew his whistle, but ball was already in play. Ryan Williams delivers the ball, and that's straight towards Ben Amos. And there we go. Yeah, that's absolutely gutting. 6 minutes to go in this game now. It's very similar actually to 2 years ago when we lost 2-0 to Charlton at home. That one was just before Christmas, I believe. It was a Tuesday night, I think it was actually, and I can't believe it was 2 years ago, but it was apparently. So there we go. Right, I've got a couple of comments to get through. I am just going to update the scoreboard on the screen for you, so you are all aware that it is 2-0 to Charlton Athletic. And let's go and see what you are saying. Max just said 2 years ago, our away form was better than our home record. Last year, our home was much better than our away record. And now home form again is awful. Chris has said, I'm afraid Anna did the dishes before the games. Was not in our lucky kitchen. Let's all blame Anna. Absolutely gutted, Chris. I'm sure you are too, mate. If only the ref was in more control, maybe a couple more cards could have influenced the game, says Ollie. Fair dues, mate. Yeah, we haven't beaten them in... They've won all 3 previous games against us, Charlton. So you could say argument that law of averages is going to even it out for Pompey, but that's not looking likely this afternoon. I just hope the fans don't start blaming Kenny again. When we win, everyone loves him. When we lose, they hate him. Have some faith. Yeah. I'm going to echo what Adam said there, boys and girls, that actually we haven't put on a bad display today. We've actually been really unlucky that we haven't taken the chances. It would be an absolute tragedy if Charlton were to go 3-0 up, because then that starts looking like a little bit of an embarrassment, and it hasn't been in any way, shape or form. It'd be brilliant if we could get one back, perhaps. We've got 5 minutes to go now. And brilliant control of the ball from Lee Brown. He puts the ball in. But Matthews is giving it to Gunter, who will volley it long, and that will be a Pompey throw-in on this near side that Nicolaisen will go and retrieve. Last time we won at home, 2005 in the Prem. Wow. There we go. Ollie said our biggest issue seems to be hitting the target. Yeah. 11 shots, 1 on target. Can't expect to win games. It comes back to the point that we just can't take our chances, can we? Which is annoying. But the referee again has blown up for another free kick in favour of Pompey, and the Charlton players are not happy with that decision. And the ref has had an absolute shocker this afternoon. Peterborough United are 4-1 up against Shrewsbury Town. My apologies if I sound completely dejected, boys and girls, but I'm absolutely gutted. You win some, you lose some, but at the minute it's kind of inconsistencies are irritating right now for Pompey. Curtis puts his left hand in the air and sends the ball in. Sean Raggett gets his head on it. Geordie Hawula puts a ball across, and I thought that was the moment then, but it wasn't to be. Ball came crashing across, and that one's away to safety. And I'm afraid, boys and girls, that all 3 changes have been made for Pompey. So it's all go now, ladies and gents. It's all go now. Dembele's on a hat-trick now. There we go. 87 minutes has been played now, boys and girls. Charlton are 2-0 up at Fratton Park. There's a comment there from Joe that said it's time to realise we aren't a championship team if we can't beat it. We beat Sunderland last weekend, Joe, and that was an emphatic win. And then we go and lose to Charlton this week. So, I don't know. Maybe give it more time. I don't quite know what to say at the minute, to be honest to you. Or to be honest with you. Harrison flicks it on. Hawula looking for him. It's a brilliant ball. And Hawula, can he get the ball away from the keeper? No, he can't. And the referee is going to blow up for a free kick. And you can see why it was. There we go. Shauna said biggest downfall last season was missed chances. And it looks like it is at the minute, Sean. We've been unlucky to not win the chances or put those balls in the back of the net. But there we go. 88.5 minutes has been played. Inconsistency is incredibly frustrating, absolutely. Adam's off to eat some sweets and watch England rugby. Go and enjoy yourself, Adam. Have a lovely evening, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. Couple of minutes to go now, ladies and gents, in this one. Lee Brown with the ball at his feet. Brown goes long, over halfway, finds John Marquis, who's given the ball away to Andrew Shinney on this near touch line, looking for the foul, but he won't need to, as Smith will capitalise on that, and it's a challenge from Rasmus Nicolaisen. And the referee saw that. Mate, I will not be streaming the Liverpool game this evening, I'm afraid. I have a busy night tonight. So I won't be able to stream, unfortunately, but I'll be watching the game as much as I can. But I've got some stuff on this evening which I need to crack on with. But yeah, don't let it ruin your weekend. Enjoy your night, absolutely. Yeah, but it's just completely, it's upsetting, really, isn't it? Because we've had such a great October, and it's a shame that it's just kind of ended not on the way we wanted to. Nicolaisen's gone in the book. Thank you for confirming that one, Adam. And we are just about to tick over. Sorry about the arm stretching out there. Just about to tick over into the 90th minute. And we will wait to see. We've got 5 minutes of added time. So we've got 5 more minutes of this game for Pompey to try and get a little bit perhaps they can get back into this. But from what I can see, it would only be a consolation goal at this stage. But 5 minutes is a long time in football. Ronan Curtis protesting that was a Pompey ball. And it didn't come off him, but the linesman on this near side saw otherwise, and that will be a Charlton Athletic throw-in. Yeah, results are all over the place. No need to be despondent. Yeah, absolutely. Already thinking of Tuesday. Yeah. But as I said earlier, it's not been a bad performance. So, let's not write us off completely. We've played very well this afternoon. It's just a shame that we couldn't have got our chances in when we needed to. But boys and girls, if you could get us anywhere near 150 likes, we've got 5 minutes left on the stream. Please just get us to 150 likes. That would really cheer me up. If you're watching this stream and you haven't yet subscribed as well, make sure you do so. We'll keep bringing you the Pompey content for as long as we so need to. It could be quite some time before we get back into Fratton Park or we get back into any stadium. So we'll keep you going all evening. Chris is doing an Indian tonight. He's got a Rogan Josh, Sagaloo, chicken korma, poppadoms, Indian beer. Enjoy yourself, Chris. Have a lovely evening, mate. See you on Tuesday. Absolutely. Yeah, didn't see it coming. We have played really well. So, and as William said a minute ago, not to be despondent. Absolutely. It's only the 10th game out of 46. Charlton are a good team. And I was going to say, that if we were to lose to a team, you would want it to be a team like Charlton, of the same calibre of Charlton, if we were to lose a game. Anike won't give the ball back to him. It's Lee Brown. He's not happy. 2 minutes of the 92 minutes of the 95 that will be played. Joe's got a blimmin' lasagna. Lovely stuff. Rebecca said, as one of my biggest idols said once, it's a bad day, not a bad life, which makes me think it's not a fully bad season, just unlucky today against Charlton. Thanks for the comment, Rebecca. Yeah, absolutely, completely agree with that. We have been good, but Charlton must have the ref on their payroll. Charlton's defensive record is one to be wanted, absolutely. So we've not done too bad today, boys and girls, and we have now hit 150 likes, which is absolutely top draw. So thank you very much for that indeed. That's a little bit of a consolation for me. So there we go. And England has scored a try, which is excellent. We'll all go and jump on that in a minute. And we will wait to see what Boris says at 5 o'clock this afternoon as well. Just a couple of moments left in this game. Now we've got 2 minutes of added time. See you on Tuesday, Bob. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Keeper looks shaky. We haven't tested him enough at all. You're absolutely right there. I don't really think Ben Amos has had to make too many saves this afternoon. It's probably all down to the brilliant defensive line in front of him for Charlton, which we have to give them credit for today. Lee Brown has managed to find a corner out of that one. Thanks, mate. Give you a like. Appreciated. And well done today. Well done on the win. 154 likes now, boys and girls. That is top draw. Thank you very much. Ronan Curtis is going to put a right-footed in-swinger into the box. And I think the keeper punched it up in the air. It's still alive with Rasmus Nikolaisen, who will put another, who will give the ball to Curtis, who will then put another corner into the box. See you later, Pompey Jack Vlogs. Go open up with the water. Legend, mate. Always living legend. See you on Tuesday, Bob. Yeah. At Blackpool away. Yeah, I remember it, mate. See you later, mate. Thank you very much for joining, Joe. See you Tuesday, Sean. Lovely to see you in again, mate. See you, Joe. Everyone's leaving. Everyone's off. See you on Tuesday, ladies and gents. Have a fantastic couple of days. And yes, I will definitely stream on Tuesday night, so don't worry about that. 7 o'clock kickoff, so we'll be ready to go from about 10 to 7. So if you come and join us then, we look forward to seeing you all there. We are almost into the 5th minute of 95 to be played at Fratton Park. And I can confirm, oh, yeah, Jake, go and enjoy your Halloween, mate. He's doing his makeup. Go and enjoy yourself, mate. Have a great Halloween night. Harrison has played the ball to Naylor. Geordie Hawula on the edge of the box. Drives a shot, and it's wide. It's miles wide. Who are we going against on Tuesday? It's Lincoln City, currently pretty much up to the top of the league, I think they are. Cheers, Amy. Thanks for joining again. See you on Tuesday night. Forest conceded late again. Borough got the win. Good stuff. James has said they need to get a good left back or keep the same one all the time. Yeah, that's fair enough. See you on Tuesday. Yep, let's get more points. Absolutely. Let's have an absolutely blinding game. That would be nice to see, wouldn't it, on Tuesday? I'm sure we can do it because we've proven we can do it against Sunderland. So, and I believe this is just an unlucky one today, boys and girls. Just an unlucky one. I'm going to put it down to that because we have played really well. And I think no one can deny that. But that is the full-time whistle, ladies and gents. Have a good one, mate. Yep, see you all on Tuesday. Cheers, Rebecca. See you on Tuesday. Hello to Steve. Hope you're having a nice evening, mate. Thanks to Aaron. Now out with the family for Halloween pictures. I'll have a look at those on Instagram later on, mate. See you later. Up the Blues. Appreciate it. Have a good night, George. Like to see Rasmus and Watmore sent him back on Tuesday, but can't see it happening. What I will say is that is it from me, ladies and gents. We just couldn't get those chances in the back of the net. But we have now got a big couple of weeks for you right here on Fournilwrittenalloverit. We'll keep you going. We've got Lincoln City, then it's Ipswich, then Plymouth, Crewe and Oxford United. We've got a big month of November coming your way. See you later, Charles, Billy. No problem at all, mate. Back for the next one. Enjoy your weekend too, mate. And that is where we will leave it for now. Hard to take after such a good month. Hopefully we can bounce back on Tuesday. Absolutely. Not a problem, Adam. Catch up on Tuesday, mate. Lovely to see you all. And that is where we're going to leave it for now. Unlucky against a good, well set up defensive Charlton side. Pompey could not make it 4 on the bounce, but we go again on Tuesday night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Keep the faith, stay safe. And as always, play up Pompey.